Time and again, we witness incidents that make us think twice about how safe we really are in this city. Shootouts have now become a common scene in Namma city, with criminals trying to evade cops after committing the crime. Even after witnessing massive protests and outrage against women being raped and eve-teased time and again, nothing seems to have improved. This story that we are about to show you from our own city will give you the answer. Take a look.
August 19th, 2014, Vasant Nagar, Bengaluru. It was around 2:30 a.m. when Namma city witnessed a shocker. Cops had gathered in large numbers at this particular place situated near Mount Carmel College in Vasant Nagar. It seemed as though the cops had gathered at the spot following a crime that had taken place in the locality. It was evident that they were in the middle of some operation. What was more shocking was a knife and a bullet shell that was lying on the ground. One of the commuters who was passing through the locality stopped by and inquired as to what exactly had happened at the spot. He was shocked when the cops told him that a shootout had taken place in the locality. Yes, the cops in a joint operation opened fire at one of the most dreaded and notorious criminals of Namma city. The notorious criminal is identified as Venkatesh alias Kencha. He was wanted in many cases of kidnapping, extortion and assault. It all began around 2 p.m. when the cops from High Ground police station received a tip-off about Venkatesh arriving near the Maurya circle. Inspector Rangappa and his team, who got the tip-off, immediately swung into action. A team was formed, headed by Bengaluru's Central Division DCP Sandeep Patil. According to the information they received, Venkatesh was to arrive at the Maurya circle in his bike. As per the information that the cops received, Venkatesh alias Kencha arrived in his bike near the spot at around 2:30 p.m. The bike bore the registration number KA02HB1254. Accordingly, the bike was en route from Mekri Circle towards Vasant Nagar. Inspector Rangappa, who spotted Venkatesh, alerted the other staff about Venkatesh's arrival. The team soon began a hot pursuit. After a while, Inspector Rangappa was successful in stopping Venkatesh's bike near a bridge very close to Mount Carmel College. Venkatesh, who spotted the cops, was shocked. He did not know what to do. Though he tried to escape, the cops did not let him go and trapped him. Constable Krishnamurthy got down from the Hoysala jeep and was about to nab Venkatesh when he encountered a shocker. Venkatesh, who was carrying a knife with him, opened it and stabbed Krishnamurthy. Inspector Rangappa, who witnessed this, immediately opened his service revolver and fired a shot in the air.
He committed his first crime when he was just 18 years old. He has over 45 criminal cases registered against him and many more which have gone unregistered. Such is the criminal background of Rowdy Sheeter Venkatesh, who was nabbed by Inspector Rangappa and team. It all began when Rowdy Sheeter Venkatesh was travelling from Mahalakshmi layout on this particular bike, KA02HV1254, a passion bike, where he was moving on this bike. The police had information. They were tracking his phone to nab him while he was traveling near BDA. That's when they spotted him on his bike, and finally the shootout took place near Palace Grounds. We will take you to that spot next to explain what exactly happened. After receiving a tip-off and information that Venkatesh will be arriving here to collect one of his cars which we had left back in his previous failed attempt of abduction, The police were waiting in a private Innova along with Rangappa, Inspector Rangappa, a sub-inspector and 6 other policemen were in a private Innova at the end of this road when they saw Venkatesh on his bike pass by. That is when they chased him down this road. They have passed by this particular road. They have come down here, and finally where the police have managed to actually corner him in this particular place. Now this is the exact place where they did corner him. He was standing here while the police threatened him to surrender. They told him surrender or else they will have to forcefully nab him. That is when one of the constables, Krishnamurthy, went to get hold of him. That is when he attacked him with this particular machete that is here. You could even see a few blood stains at the end of this, which he has assaulted Constable Krishnamurthy with. That's when Inspector Rangappa took out his gun, fired one bullet in the air. That is the bullet which has fallen here. Right now the police are doing a spot investigation. If you could see, that is the bullet which was fired first in the air to scare Venkatesh. When it did not deter him, he did not surrender. That's when another bullet was fired to his leg, and that other bullet as well, if you could notice, is right here. This is the other bullet which was fired at him. And this is the cartridge shell which is still remaining on the road. So the police finally, after these 2 bullets were used, finally after he was shot in the leg and Krishnamurthy was injured, that is when finally they have managed to nab him. Right now both of them, Krishnamurthy, Constable Krishnamurthy and Venkatesh, have been admitted to the Victoria Hospital. However, it is the police who have done a great job after 3 days of tracking his whereabouts, tracking his cell phone, doing all that they can, finally have managed to nab this dreaded criminal.
But it seemed as if Venkatesh had an escape plan in his mind. He retaliated. Inspector Rangappa feared that Venkatesh would harm him and his team. Hence, he used his service revolver and shot Venkatesh on his leg.
Last week we had one case of attempt to kidnap registered in High Grounds police station. In that case, near Shivananda circle, one Suresh Gowda and his wife and his family members, they were attacked, and his wife, there was an attempt to kidnap his wife by 3 persons. So in this regard, one case was registered in High Grounds police station, and one accused by name Manjunath was arrested. After the interrogation of Manjunath, he revealed that one more Venkatesh also was involved in this case. So we began a hunt to arrest this Venkatesh. When we collected more information about this Venkatesh, it is revealed that he was involved in various cases in various police stations of Subramanya Nagara, Jalalhalli, Rajgopal Nagara, Soldevanhalli, even Udupi. There are cases registered against him. Therefore, we laid a trap to arrest this person and collected a lot of information about him. So in one such information that we got today was that after the incident of attempt to kidnap in High Grounds police station, he had left the Indica car near Moria Junction. So today he will be going to take that vehicle in his 2-wheeler at around 2 o'clock in the night. So having got this information, our inspector and our staff were waiting for him near the BD underpass. And then at around 2:15 he has come, and when he was passing on this road, when his bike slowed down near the hump, our inspector tried to stop him and to arrest him. But then the accused Venkatesh, he had one knife and he attacked our constable Krishnamurthy, who has been injured. Then even after that, the inspector gave a call for him to surrender. But when he did not surrender and when he continued to attack with his knife, in self-defense, inspector has opened a fire in the air and then on his leg. So both the constable as well as the accused Venkatesh have been shifted to hospital and treatment is going on. So in this regard, one more case will be registered in High Grounds police station. So in all this, rowdy sheeter Venkatesh has been a very notorious criminal, and now we'll be taking very strict legal action against him to stop his activities.
Venkatesh collapsed on the spot. He was immediately shifted to the nearby hospital for medical treatment. But who was this man Venkatesh alias Kencha? Why did the cops target him? To know the answer to all this, we will take you through a story that happened last week.
Venkatesh was a well-known rowdy to the Bengaluru police. He was the mastermind behind a kidnap drama that was staged in Bengaluru on the 13th of August. Well, what happened that day? How did the cops nab him? Let's find out.
August 13th, 2014. Shivananda Circle, Bengaluru. People at Shivananda Circle witnessed this late in the night at around 11:45 p.m. on this particular night. A man was being thrashed mercilessly by a group of visible angry locals. They were furious with something that this man had done on that fateful night. The man at the receiving end of this merciless beating is Manjunath, a resident of Sadanahalli, who is now behind bars at the High Grounds police station. Manjunath is one of the 3 miscreants who tried to physically assault a beautiful lady on that fateful night. That night, Hegganahalli Corporator M.V. Govindegowda and his family were at the Sea Rock restaurant near Shivananda Circle celebrating the first birthday of his grandson. They had just returned to the city from Mantralaya. They had gone there to seek the blessings for the child. After the holy temple's visit, the family decided to throw a party for the close relatives because it was a special occasion. After all, it was the first birth anniversary of M.B. Govindegowda's grandson. The dinner party went well and all the family members walked out of the hotel with their stomachs full.
On behalf of my son's birthday, all our family had been to Mantralayam on 11th, 12th and 13th. 13th early morning we came to Bangalore and organized a small get-together for our family members yesterday night in the Sea Rock Hotel, Shivananda Circle. Around 9:30 all people gathered together and 11:30 we all were going back to home. At that time I was just saying bye and thanks to the people who has come to our party, and I was just leaving them.
Everyone was happy. They were all content. The family was bidding goodbye to all the relatives and thanking them for accepting the invitations and coming over. After bidding goodbye to them all, they were in for a shocker. M.B. Govindegowda's daughter-in-law Manasa was in for some trouble. M.B. Govindegowda's son Suresh and his wife Manasa were standing outside the restaurant when 3 men driving an Indica stopped right in front of the hotel. The couple's car was parked on the other side and they were crossing the road to get into the car and return home.
ನಾವು ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ಬರ್ತಡೇ ಇತ್ತು. ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೀರಾಕ್ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿವೈಡರಿಂದ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ 4-5 ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. ಸರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿವೈಡ್ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವನು ಇಂಡಿಕಾ ಕಾರನ್ನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಸೊಸೆ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅವನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಸೊಸೆ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಡಿವೈಡರ್ ಇಂಡಿಕಾ ಕಾರನ್ನು ಬುದಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನೀನು ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಿಕ್ತಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ನನ್ನ ಸೊಸೆ.
Suresh had crossed the road and the Indica came zooming towards them. Manasa was halfway towards the divider, so she ran back towards the hotel where the security guards were standing. She panicked and didn't know what to do as the Indica went closer to her, real close, and stopped.